Yes, this is my series on campaign settings for role-playing games. Today we're going to be talking about Asnar, the Last Kingdom by A Hole in the Ground. It's 74 pages and lists for $3.99. Now, with this campaign setting, you get a set of JPEG and PDF maps of the continent of Asnar with and without rivers. I don't know why that makes a difference, but plus they have a diagram for how to purchase property. There's also a whole section within the campaign setting document on buying land and buildings, which I haven't seen in a while. I know I bought some setting back in the 90s that had a large section on buying and selling property, but I don't remember which one. But I know it's been a while since I've seen something like that. The setting details a fairly basic set of fantasy races, but it includes Dragonborn and Tieflings. And it really sets out a structure for adventuring. In other words, you have to, you and your group have to become members of the Adventurers and Explorers Society to do it legally. Um, there's also a bunch of other public and secret organizations that you might belong to or might run up against. So there are also word sketches of many of the locations that are detailed on the Asnar map. When it comes to religion, they say you can do one of two things. You can either use whatever pantheon you're comfortable with, or they've got a variation of the Norse pantheon, and here it is. They spend several pages detailing it. The Norse pantheon was one of the first pantheons that I ran into as a child. I'm fairly familiar with it. I've seen a lot of different settings that use the Norse pantheon, um, but it's got a long detailed section on that. It's also got a section that details enemies and threats and important NPCs with their stats. And this is, I believe, a 5th edition um, setting, so it's got 5th edition stats. But if you're going to run Swords and Wizardry or something else, you can kind of change those stats to fit your mechanic system. I think there's too much space given to the Norse pantheon. If all you're going to have is the Norse pantheon, my way of thinking is you could say, um, have your own religion or a Norse pantheon. Go over there, grab that particular document to learn about the Norse gods. But whatever. Um, all in all, I still think it's a good value for uh, for what you get. I'm going to give it 3 stars because I think you could run a substantial campaign in the Kingdom of Asnar and have a good time doing it. Thanks for tuning in. If you've got any comments about Asnar, please leave them in the section below. I would appreciate it if you like this series, if you would subscribe. Thanks.